What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today's video is a makeup tutorial showing you a smoky eye and using a ton of drugstore products. So it is an easy, inexpensive makeup look to do. I hope that you enjoy. Let's jump right in. I like to start off any makeup look using a primer, and today I'm going to use the L'Oreal Magic Lumi primer. I really like this one because it helps create a flawless base but gives a little bit of an illuminating glow underneath my foundation, so it's a really great place to start. I think this product is a good drugstore dupe for the MAC Strobe Cream. Now that that's on, I'm going to dab on a little bit of Corrector underneath my under eyes because I have really dark circles today and concealer probably won't cut it. So I'm going to use the Annebelle Perfect Corrector. It has a yellow base just to help lighten up that under eye area. Dab that on underneath. Next up, I'm applying some foundation, and today I'm using the Maybelline Hydrate and Smooth Fit Me. I love the Fit Me line. I think that it is such a great drugstore option for foundation. I'm in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. My favorite way to apply this is with a beauty blender, though if you want to use your fingers or you have a brush, go right ahead and use that. I really like the Fit Me line because it's easily buildable, so if you do need a little bit more coverage in a certain place, you can just build up that coverage by adding a little bit more in that particular area. I'm following up my foundation with a little bit of concealer. This is one from Rimmel. It is their Lasting Finish 25 in the shade Light Ivory. I'm just going to add a couple dots underneath my eyes and blend it in. I'm also going to take this up onto my eyelids just to prime the space for eyeshadow. Now that my cream products are applied, I'm going to set everything in place with a powder, and today I'm using the Annabelle Perfect Matte Powder. This is a great drugstore option if you're looking for something that's mattifying, just to hold everything in place. I'm first setting underneath my eyes to make sure that my under eye area doesn't crease, down the sides of my nose and around my mouth. And then also setting my eyelids. Alright, I'm gonna bring you guys up close to show you how I do the eye makeup. So for my eyes, I'm taking a base, and today I'm using the Rimmel Scandalous Crayon, and I'm just putting the color down right next to my lash line like this. And one eye at a time, I am going to place the color like that, and then using my finger, just work it in close to the lash line and bringing it up the lid a little bit. I'm doing this because I want to create a sticky base for the eyeshadow to adhere to, and I also want to make sure that the color is going to stay true and dark. I don't want it to get washed out. When you're done that step, it looks something like this. It doesn't have to be perfectly even or really neat. It's just a base layer that's going to help keep your eyeshadow on for longer. For eyeshadow today, I'm using the Nyx Lid Lingerie Palette. This is a really great little drugstore palette. It has 6 pretty large pans of neutral colors, and today I'm starting in with the middle color right here, just onto a bigger fluffy brush. And I'm taking that color just into my crease with window wiping motions. Next, onto a flat shader brush, I'm going to pick up some of the Ready Brown color. I'm applying that from my lash line pretty much to the middle of my lid space. I'm not going to bring it past my crease though. I'm only applying it with the shader brush, and then I'm going to swap to a clean blending brush, and I'm going to blend that just at the crease area. And then finally, on the same shader brush, I'm going into the darkest brown color on the palette, and I am going to dab it just so that the very tip of the shader brush gets color on it. And then I'm going to stamp it along my lash line about 3/4 of the way in, just like that. After I've done that, it looks kind of like this, and I'm going back to my blending brush, and I'm going to blend that into my lid color. If you find any spots aren't blending as well as you want them to, go back into the color that you used all over your lid and take a tiny bit of that onto your blending brush and just dab it onto that spot and gently work it in. If you have more time or you want the look to be even more smoky, you can take a black pencil liner and line along the upper lash line about halfway, and then using your finger just smudge it out a little bit. I'm not going to bother doing that today, but I am going to take my black pencil liner and just line my upper waterline. I'm going to curl my lashes, and I always suggest curling them. I just feel like it just lifts your lashes and makes them look so much more wide and awake, especially with a smoky eye. And today I'm using the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara, but I also really love the Jordana's Best Lash Extreme. If you've watched my channel for a while, I've been using that one for years. It's been one of my favorites. In between my coats of mascara, I'm picking up my Essence brow pencil, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of fullness in my sparse spots in my brows. This has been one of my favorite drugstore products for a long time. I really like Essence brand stuff. Their bronzer, which I will also be using in this video, is wonderful too. I don't currently have any drugstore brow gel on hand, so I'm gonna use the one from Brow Food. It's just a clear brow gel. The Maybelline, the pink tube, I really like that as a brow gel. It's also, I think, doubles as a clear mascara, but just use anything that you have on hand just to set your brows down and in place. I'm now going back to that brown Rimmel London pencil that I used as the base on my eyes, and I am going to drag that a little bit underneath my lower lash line. I'm not going to take it directly from the exact corner outwards. I'm just going to place it kind of right there, so there's a little bit of a gap, and then using my finger, I'm going to smudge that into the lash line. I'm also going to take that right into the waterline on my lower lash line. And then with whatever's left on my blending brush that I was using earlier, I'm just going to go over top of that just to smudge the color out, and it sets it just a little bit. I'm adding my second coat of mascara just on my top lashes, kind of focusing more on the outer part of my lash. And then I'm also going to add a coat of mascara to my bottom lashes. And then to finish off the eyeshadow, I'm using one of my old school favorite products. Please let me know if you guys remember me using this back in the day. It is the L'Oreal Wear Infinite in Morning Light. I still have it. This was my baby back in the day. So I'm taking that onto a smaller brush, and I'm applying that in my inner corner just to give a pop of brightness. And I'm just gonna blend that out using my pinky. For my bronzer, I'm going to use the Essence Blondes bronzer. Mine is pretty beat up. The lid has actually fallen off. I am taking that onto a tulip brush and just applying that on my temple and in kind of like that 3 motion along my face. I'm taking a blush, and today I'm using the Annabelle Mary May Collection Ombre blush. It looks like this. I like the Annabelle blushes. I also really like the Milani Baked blushes. Those are super pretty. But I'm going to take this, making sure to swirl it in all of the ombre, and then just applying to my cheeks. To make my cheekbones pop, I'm taking the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter in Golden Lights. I love this drugstore highlighter. I think that it is so beautiful. I'm going to take that onto a little brush and just apply that on the tops of my cheeks. It is just so pretty. I'm also going to connect that to my brow area. Look at that, come on. To set everything in place, I'm going to use a setting spray, and I ran out of any drugstore ones that I have, but I do recommend the NYX one. I'm not in love with the smell of it, but it works really well. Today, I am using the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist instead. For lips today, I'm using the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. This was sent to me a little while ago, and I haven't tried it yet. I'm excited to. It is a doe foot applicator, and I'm just going to apply it in the center of my lips, and then using my finger to spread it out. This lip color is really pigmented, and I didn't want it to have a really sharp line. I just wanted kind of a blurred out nude kind of look. So that's why I applied it with my fingers. On top of that, I'm going to add the Marcel Luxe Gloss. This is a beautiful lip gloss. Alright, and that finishes off the makeup look. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do want to see more drugstore products in videos, please let me know, and I can try to include more in my tutorials. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and leave a comment. That interaction really does help my channel get seen by more people, and I would really appreciate that. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in a new video very soon. Bye!